Hi there, it's Tyler from ElectricShaverGuide.com, and here we're reviewing the Braun Cruzer 6 face. This is going to be quite a thorough review, so we'll throw up a quick table of contents. You can jump ahead to different sections, or you can watch the whole thing straight through. In the box, you'll get a set of instructions. You get the razor itself with a charging base. You can charge it directly with the electrical cord as well. You get some trimmer attachments, cleaning brush, and some Braun machine oil. So let's take an up-close look at the Braun Cruzer 6 face. And there's quite a few attachments and things to discuss here. You can see that the foil is pretty much just a basic foil. And it's one that's very similar to the Braun M90 shaver. So if you do have a thick beard, and we'll get to this in the performance, this foil is probably not going to do a very good job on taking a full beard completely off, but certainly around your goatee area and underneath your lip, it's small enough to get those areas, which is good. And the first attachment that it comes with is for your beard. So you can see that it just slips on gently on the sides and it clips into place. And when you first look at it, it looks a bit complicated, but you just kind of play with it a while and you'll get used to it. And then on the front, you can see that this is an adjustment here, up and down for different lengths. And then on the back is where you will see another adjustment and you can slide the trimmer all the way up. Okay, so that locks up into place, and then from here you make different adjustments for what length you want to choose to trim down your beard. And then you can see that the on switch is just on the front. So that's one attachment, that's for your beard. And to slip that off, you want to slide it back down, and then you just kind of gently pop it off. And then on the back, you can see that that was the basic trimmer, which pops up here, and that's good for your sideburns. And then if you do a twist, kind of twist it 180 degrees, you've got another little attachment, which is good for your mustache area and your goatee area. And that just clips back into place with another twist. And then there are a few other attachments here. This is another one which gives you even a shorter trim for your beard. Again, clips on, and that's going to give you a nice shorter trim. And then lastly, there is one more trimmer for the small attachment here on the back, and that just clips in. And that's again to get maybe your sideburns area or even your mustache and your goatee. So quite a few attachments. You just have to play around with them and see which ones will apply to you. You might not be using all of them, but there are quite a few options to certainly trim down your beard and your goatee area to any length that you want. Charging is very easy. You can just charge it on the charging stand, or you can directly plug in the electrical cord. When you first get it, you should charge it for about 4 hours. And if you haven't used it for a while, you should also fully charge it for about 4 hours. The green light will go off when it's fully charged, and Braun does recommend that you charge it fully and then fully discharge it a few times to get the best battery life. There are two ways to clean the Braun Cruzer face. You can turn it on and run it under some running water. You can apply some liquid soap as well if you want. When that's done, turn it off, remove the foil cap, and just set it and let it dry. You might want to blow away any water drops if there are some big ones. Then the other way to do it is to take the cleaning brush and just brush away any stubble on the blades and the different trimmer attachments. You don't want to brush directly on the foil itself. And if you do wash it quite often under running water, you just want to apply some machine oil to the foil and to the blades as well. And you can do that once every 2 weeks or so. Another note, the difference between the Cruzer 6 and the Cruzer 5 is that the Cruzer 6 comes with this charging stand and it can be used in the shower. For the shaving performance, we'll run through most of the different attachments and features. Here I'm using the lower beard trimmer attachment with the foil, and it's not doing much because my beard isn't that long to begin with, but it's good for trimming a longer beard if you want to get that stubble look. This is the longer beard attachment that uses the trimmer to cut the hair instead of the foil. And again, I don't have a long beard here to test it out on, but it is good for fading up your sideburns and keeping that area nice and neat and clean. This is the main trimmer without an attachment, and it does a pretty good job at completely removing the beard. This is good if you want that very short stubble look, or if you're going to style your goatee in any way. It's also useful to do this if you're going to use the foil attachment, or if you're going to use any other electric shaver or razor blade. It's always good to trim down your beard nice and short before trying to get a smooth shave, because it makes it a bit easier. This smaller trimmer is probably one of the most useful attachments if you're trying to style your facial hair in any way. It's nice and small, which allows you to effectively style your goatee, and it also trims the hair really short. So it allows you to outline a certain pattern that you might want to do, and it allows you to see that pattern pretty well. And then afterwards you can go over and use the foil attachment to get it even shorter. So overall, if you're looking to style your goatee in any way, this little attachment is really useful. Once you've outlined your goatee, you're probably going to want to get a nice smooth finish around it. And the foil electric shaver that comes with this unit is pretty good if you don't have very thick facial hair, but if you do have very thick facial hair, then you might struggle in certain areas trying to get a nice smooth shave. I found it worked really well around the goatee area because it's nice and small, but I had a better time just switching to another electric shaver to shave down my cheek and neck area. So if you have thick facial hair, you might struggle with getting a smooth finish with the foil attachment with this unit. As we mentioned earlier, the small trimmer is really effective at styling up your goatee because it can access those hard to reach places. You probably wouldn't be able to do this with many other trimmers or electric shavers. You certainly could do it with razor blades, but this combination of trimming the design you want and then jumping over to the small foil shaver is really effective, and it's really easy to use as well. Finally, you can jump back to the trimmer and put in some final touches. So the Braun Cruzer 6 face is really useful if you use all the different attachments together. You can trim down your beard, style your goatee, and then smooth it out with the foil shaver. I think if you're going to use all the combinations, then it's really something to consider. So I just finished using the Braun Cruzer 6 face, and I must say, as a combination trimmer, it did a really good job. You can trim down your beard, but if you're just going to use it as a beard trimmer, you should probably opt in for something a bit cheaper. And then it does have an electric shaver component, a basic foil, and it did an okay job around my sideburns and cheek area. But if you have thick facial hair and you're just looking to get a smooth shave, then you should probably just upgrade to something a bit more powerful and a bit more comfortable. But if you're going to use all these in combination, especially with the other attachments like the trimmers, the trimmer here did a good job at trimming down my beard and getting the proper length I wanted on my goatee. And then if you turn that 180 degrees, the smaller trimmer did a really good job at styling my goatee around my mustache and underneath my lip area. So if you're going to use it as a combination product where you're going to trim down your beard, style your goatee, and perhaps get a nice smooth shave around the goatee, then it's a good product and something worth considering if you're going to use it like that. If you're just going to trim down your beard, get a basic trimmer. And if you have very thick facial hair and you want to get a nice smooth shave, then you should probably upgrade to a more powerful and more comfortable shaver. But if you're going to use it like I used it today, then it's something worth considering. I thought it did a really good job. If you're interested in this particular unit, then you can find a sales price through the link below. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to get more detailed information on electric shavers, you can visit the website electricshaverguide.com. And if you found this useful, you can subscribe with the button on the screen. You can always go visit the Facebook page as well. Like always, whatever shaver you do choose, I hope you get good results.